Right. Yes, I think I am live. I have never done this. I have never done this before. So it's really exciting to be here. I have done many recordings, as you can see in the YouTube channel of the School of Personal Transformation, but never done a YouTube live. I have done other lives on Facebook, especially during the coronavirus first breakout. I was stuck at home in a flat with my two lovely men, big and little, and I felt so disempowered, so sad about what was happening that I needed to spread the love. So I did some crazy videos back in those days, which I don't. You can see them in the Facebook page. That's right. I didn't delete them. Of course, I didn't. But those were some really powerful videos that I did back then because they came from my heart. So anyway, so let me while we're waiting if to see if more people are popping up, let me just play around a little bit with so I can actually see who's online and who isn't. And I don't think it's giving me actually a list of people that are watching me right now. So if you're watching this, feel free to introduce yourself in the little chat because I see that on my lower right. I see any messages that come through. So whoever you are right now, I hope you're confident enough to introduce yourself and tell me, why you're here, why you're joining today. Um, as I said, let's give it a minute or so more. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to join, and I'm going to tell you what. I'm absolutely okay with that. Just getting my tea. It's really hot, and the bag is inside, which usually happens when I do these things. I'm okay with nobody showing up today because I'm showing up, and that's what really matters. And then this will be recorded. I hope there's a button at the end where it says save. I'm sure there is. Again, I'm not nervous about that either. I show up. I said I would be here. I am here, and everybody is on their own journey. Everybody has stuff going on, and I know it from my own experience. I rather watch replays. Replays, yeah, replays, than watching it live. Although it's different. I've watched. I've done things live, watching other people live, and it's a different energy for sure. It's about having a conversation. But then I like watching things in replay because you can do it in your own time and so on. So um, I'm okay with that. And why am I saying that? Because a year ago I wouldn't have been okay. I would have been a year ago, less than that. I would have been really nervous. I would have started with my self doubts. All the self talk would start kicking in. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants to watch me, and nobody values what I'm saying, and blah 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 blah. This little voice, and now it's so much easier just to turn that voice off and just go with what I'm here for anyway, which is to spread the love and to spread some of my experience and some of the thoughts I have, and not let that self-talk really stop me, because it's that self-talk that we all experience, and that usually stops us from doing what we really want to do, and it doesn't do any good. That sort of self-talk. The kind of self-talk I have going on right now is, why am I here? I'm here to do to spread the love, to spread the message. I'm here because I care, and I can do that whether I have one person watching me live, 10 people watching me live, 20, hundreds. It's not about that, right? It's about me being present, and the rest I leave to the universe. So okay, I think let's start. I prepared a little bit. Just so I don't, because I can ramble. I realize that. I can go off, and I don't want to do that. So let's start with me. Who am I, right? And I read in a book, I don't know if it was in Untamed by Glennon Doyle, that, when women introduce themselves, they start right away with, I'm with the technical parts. I'm Bea Dominguez. I'm a coach. I'm a certified coach. I'm a mom. I am all these things. And she said, women really struggle to really introduce themselves as who they really are, as how they feel they are. So if I want to introduce myself right now to a bunch of women that are out there feeling really similar to how I have been feeling or how I'm feeling today, well, then I want to say, I'm Bea. I am still very nervous showing up in front of a camera, even though maybe it doesn't show as much, but it's not something that comes naturally to me. It's something I enjoy very much because I know that's how I can reach more women, right? I'm very passionate about what I do, and you will you will find out today. I really care. I really care about helping other women to get through whatever there is to get through, right? I've been there. I know what it means to be completely lost, to almost fade away, and to be at a crossroad where there's you either disappear or you move on with life. And because I've been there, and because I know what it feels like and how lonely it can be, and what the struggles are in those moments, and because I am a person who really cares about other people, who really cares about creating a better world for all of us to live in, and really understands that we all are the way we are because of our upbringings. Whatever happens to us. I'm not alone. The fly is with me again. Whatever happened to us is who we created to be today. And because I know we can undo whatever we created so far and really unlock the true self, who we really are, because I know that is possible. And I know some of you don't know that, or don't want to see that, or don't believe it, because I know I'm here. I am a stand for all women out there, wherever they are on their journey, to let them know, if I did it, you can do it too. It's completely possible, not by itself. There's a few things that you will have to do that, but it's possible, right? And that's why I'm doing it. I'm passionate. It hurts my soul. It hurts my heart when I speak to women that are stuck, that have given up, that don't know where to go from here, that have no solutions. It hurts me so much because I know there's a way forward, and I know I can help them. And if I can do, if I only have one person, one woman in this life, then that's already a wonderful life done, because I know that person will never feel the same and may inspire other people as well. So that's who I want to introduce myself as somebody. I really care about other people. I really see the potential in every single one of us, and I really understand that we are doing the things the way we learned them to be, the way we learn them to be true about ourselves. And I have compassion with people, right? I do not judge. I did that a lot in the past, including judging myself. And now it's all about compassion and opening up new ways for them to see themselves, show them the light at the end of the tunnel, right? I'm also a mom to a 2-year old, almost 3-year old little boy. He definitely changed my life. I moved to Spain. It's coming up to 6 years. Yeah, to 6 years in 2015. I put aside a life that was completely different from my life today. I was living in London for 11 years. I lived in the States before that. And in London, I was a workaholic. I was working always in what I love. I was always very lucky to really have found my way in working in what I wanted to do, to be that strong. I'm very determined. I'm very strong-minded. I'm very strong. And that's why I'm where I am today and doing things that are not the most comfortable things, but it got me to where I am today. So in London, I was working in a charity. I was running amazing programs for underprivileged people, especially young people and disabled people. And I really enjoyed doing that. That's why I got in touch at first with coaching formally. 10 years ago, I saw the impact it had on these inner city London boy and girls, really dramatic stories that they carried. And I saw how coaching was helping them, transformational coaching was helping them to move forward, to have new perspectives in their life. And because I liked it so much and it was really resonating with who I am, that was really giving me what I was looking for in my life. And so I became a coach. I've been mentoring all my life, I suppose, and I made it officially. So I started my coaching qualification, um, and um, and besides that, I was inspired by my own needs, my own transformation. Some of you know me already, and you have watched some of the videos, but I've become a transformational coach because I wanted to share my experiences, my learnings, right? I went through a very own transformation from being in a toxic relationship for way too long. It was about 10 years, where at the end it got really, really ugly, really bad. And where I was at a stage where I didn't want to live. There was a point in my life where I wanted to stop that. And of course, that little voice, that positive little voice in me said, "That's not you. Keep going. There is more for you in life." I kept going. I worked on myself. It was very lonely. It was very tough. I was very scared. I was very confused. I didn't know who I was. I always say I walked around in a empty shell. There was nothing left. And it took me 6 years. It took me 6 years to find myself, but I was really hungry to find myself. I really wanted to know what this energy was inside me, that drive for more. I wanted to get to know that Bia, and I found her. That's why I'm here today. I found her, and I'm so glad I did. And I guess I always knew that she was there. I lost that Bia when I was a little girl, and that's where most of our limiting beliefs come from, right? They come from when we were limiting, when we're little girls. We start things happen to us, and we start making up, you know, thoughts about ourselves, beliefs about ourselves. That are not really true. So my belief about myself was always that I'm invisible, I'm not important, I'm not enough, I don't matter, I'm even a burden. And that led to me really shutting down, and then really looking to help others, right? In this toxic relationship, my aim was to fix him. And really, while I was fixing him, I was really breaking me. I was really losing myself, fading away. So it wasn't until I went through my personal transformation that I realized what was really happening, that I realized I had these limiting beliefs, these false beliefs about myself that I needed to fix and replace, right? And you can do that. You can replace them for something that is actually true about yourself and serves you much better, right? So that's a lot about me, and it's time to take a sip of my tea, if you allow me. Still very hot. Um, so why am I doing this? I mentioned it already. I care. I am doing this because I care. I think I can change women. I think I believe in myself. I believe in the impact I have on other women, and I believe in other women. So if I'm the one who can help a few of them to find themselves the way I have found myself, then that's all I want. I really care about other people, especially other women, because I know how hard it is to live in this world today where there are so many expectations put on ourselves and words that we put on ourselves, right? So as a mom, I understand now, 3 years later, how hard it really is to decide what you do. Do you take care of the little one? Do you go back to work? What if you want to go back to work, and what happens with the little one? um, I care about your well-being. I care from deep within my heart that you get what you're looking for. I care because I know you can get it, and I care because if you're a happier person, the people around you are happier. The children that grow up, that you bring up, are happier. Your family is happier. Your society is happier. We create a happier place, and that's really what I want to create. I want to take charge of, I want to be part of creating a better world for all of us. And that started with myself, and it definitely goes on with each individual person. If I can touch one person, I know that person touches so many other people. So I really care about you. And what do I bring about to the table? Well, I think the most important things that I can bring on the table is hope. I speak to so many women that are hopeless because they are so stuck, for whatever reason, all the charges they have, all the pressure they have, all the limiting beliefs they have about themselves, all the lost dreams they have. I bring hope back to them because I can see what they want, and I can tell them that it's completely possible for them, right? Hope is the main motivation that we need, and I can bring that back to people and get them back on track, get them back working on what they want to work on. And I can bring direction. I'm a very strategic person, thanks to my upbringing in Germany. That's the accent you are hearing. I'm very strategic. I'm very organized. I'm very experienced professionally and personally in so many different areas as well. But especially professionally, right, or with this experience of finding yourself, I know which path you need to walk first to get to where you want to go. I know sometimes we want to jump, to our dreams, but unless you have solved or resolved or visited the things that come before, the end goal, you will get distracted on your way. You will do so many U-turns. It will take you ages. I have direction for you. I know what happens in a transformation. I know about the stages, and I will talk about them today. So hope, direction, empowerment. Yes, because I know some of you really struggle to believe in themselves. I know self-esteem is a big issue, self-worth, and and visibility. I know, how difficult it is to stand up for yourself, to truly self-express who you are, and just be. I always say all you have to do is just be. That's the best advice I can give anybody if they're going to an interview, or if they're planning to do something for their business, or with their kids. You don't need to plan much. I didn't plan much for the day. I wrote down my notes here just so I don't get lost. I think there's a difference between getting lost and ramble on, and actually planning it out to the detail what I'm saying to you, because that I've done in the past. I planned it all out, and then I definitely didn't never go live. I definitely never spoke to people because I couldn't memorize everything I wrote down. I have a really bad memory, and trust me, since I had my little boy, and lack of sleep is a big one. I have really bad memory. So just be. It's the best thing you can ever do. It's the nicest thing you can do. Look at me smiling because I am just me, and that's so wonderful. And I know it's not for everybody, not everybody's going to like me, or, going to be interested in what I have to say. And that's okay, because, there's so many people in this world. You just be, and whoever is going to be next to you and is going to listen to you or continue to be in your life, that's a win-win, right? You just get to be, and you just get to be with people that really want to be actually with you, the real you, and not the fake you. It's so difficult to be fake. And then, what's the result? You get people that are interested in the fake you. Hello, no, 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 no. So I bring empowerment to everybody I speak to, because I will unlock your limiting beliefs. I will show you where your strengths are, and I will teach you how to learn that for yourself. How to build your self-esteem, and how to build your self-worth, and how to really see how important you are. None of this is bullshit that I'm talking about. It's not made up. It's actually true. And because I can talk about the truth in other people, it's not that difficult that they can see it too. And then all they have to do is actually work to it, remove so much that they have built in the last however many years, all these limiting beliefs about themselves. That's a different story. But empowerment, and I do that always with a smile, and people believe me. And that's nice, because they know I'm talking the truth. They know I'm not faking any of what I say. In that sense, I'm a wonderful mirror, and I love that knowing, to be a mirror, for to be the true mirror of somebody else's self, right? To enable them to see themselves for who they really are. That's so wonderful. And then the other thing I wrote down is clarity, right? I have clarity in what happens. It goes a little bit with direction, right? I know that you are going to be stuck in a lot of emotions and a lot of stories about yourself, and it's as harsh as that. Everything you keep telling yourself, why it's holding you back or what is happening, that's a story. And I'm able to remove that fog, right? It's like a fog that has enclosed you, and it has disabled you to see really the path. So I remove that fog for you, and I present clarity in me talking to you, especially when it's obviously in a conversation, not just this monologue. So that's what I bring to the table: hope, direction, empowerment, and clarity. And I think those are pretty damn good things to bring to the table. Who am I serving? Right. Well, I'm serving other women. If you're a man and you're watching this, I call you a gold nugget. You're more than welcome to contact me. I'm not going to refuse you. I'm not going to talk to you. You may not join my private group, which I created for women, just because it's for women and women feel more confident if they are amongst themselves. But you can still talk to me. We can talk in private. But I had to become clear in my message and in my communication. And obviously, as a woman, my main experience is the transformation of a woman, because we deal with a lot of different issues than men deal with. Men have their own issues they have to deal with. But I feel my expertise is in talking to women, and women that are on their journey of self transformation, which means they are somewhere in their life where they have come to the conclusion they want to heal with themselves, right? They know they have bad experiences in their life. A lot of my clients come from toxic relationships, right? A lot of them come from narcissistic relationships, but not all of them. And I'm not narrowing it down just to these women. But again, they resonate most with me because I come from that background. So I understand a little bit what is really happening. So The women I work with have to be in a stage, or usually or are in a stage where they know they want to move on, right? They want to heal with whatever there is, and they want to discover themselves. They want to find out what else is there. They know there is somewhere something else within them. They know that there is more within them. They just don't have the direction, they don't have the confidence or the clarity on how to get there, right? So those are the women I talk to. I'm not a confidence coach per se, or a mindset coach, or there's so many names out there, and I get that, because names help us to identify ourselves, and that way people can identify with us. But for me, it's more important to explain the process that I help women with, right? I help them move forward from a starting point they're at, and usually it is from being stuck, from being getting unstuck, or from being unstuck. And there are very three different stages in life, and I will talk about them in a moment. That's what I have planned to talk about today. If you're a woman that needs hope, can do with a little bit of hope, that needs empowerment, that needs clarity, and that needs direction, then I would love to talk to you, right? And at the end of the video, I will tell you how you can contact me. And the first thing I want to say, um, any of you can join my Facebook group. It's for free, and I certainly take a few nights a week where I start having conversation with women, right? Just conversations about where they're at in their life, and to see if there's anything else I can do for a quick fix, right? So that's the first thing you need to know. If you want help is here, and help is for sure free. You don't have to spend money at all to get to talk to me. And that's why I'm here today, because I care, right? And if I care, I cannot make this a monetary thing. I'm presenting myself. And if you reach out to get the help, I won't deny that help to you, because I care. Right. So I also want to say something quickly about the School of Personal Transformation, right? I am the founder of the School of Personal Transformation. I'm the creator, and that's something very, very exciting. It's something that I did a few months ago. It's something I had on my mind for many, many years, but never had the confidence to really do that. But it wasn't until maybe a year ago where I went through the last unblocking that I had to do of my limiting beliefs, and really connected with what I want to do. And what I want to do is have a personal transformation as part of everybody's life, right? My epic vision is that one day this will be taught in schools to children. We need to learn how to really be ourselves, just to be, right? We need to learn on how to build ourselves into the strong women, into the women we have always meant to be, right? We need to learn how to become resilient, understand when limiting beliefs are being built. And the school serves as a place, just like a normal school, where women can come and learn about the process on how this is done, right? Learn how personal transformation is happening, because it's something that you have to learn. Nobody taught you that in school before. And if you're stuck in life right now, if you're not really blooming, which you probably aren't, because that's why you're here, that's why you're watching, then it is because you have to learn how to do that. You have to learn how to become the person you're meant to be, how to really find yourself. And hence a school, right? So I've started tons of learning videos on YouTube, where I share my thoughts, my coaching, my experience. I have a mentoring program. I have different programs as well. But what want to mention as well is it's not my school, it's our school, right? So if you're somebody right now who's watching this and want to share some of your learnings, if you have something to contribute to for other people's journey of self-development, self-growth, personal growth, then contact me, right? I'm now opening the doors. I had to build a few things first, infrastructure, but I'm now inviting other people. You don't have to be a coach at all. You just have to have a passion for something. You need to believe in something that will help other people, and get in touch with me, right? Let's share this within the School of Personal Transformation, so people can choose. Not everybody's going to like me, but they might like whatever you have to say, so they have a wider choice on which learning they want to choose. Again, so if there's anything, if you want to work with the School of Personal Transformation, let me know. I'll be so happy to hear from you. You can do live videos yourself. You can upload learning videos that we will upload onto the YouTube channel, or onto the website, the Personal Transformation website, also the Facebook page. Wherever the umbrella of the School of Personal Transformation sits, you think you fit right under, then please contact me. You have the contact details later somewhere below, I'm sure. Just check out some of the other videos. So let me know. And if you're somebody that really wants to know more, if you want to be a student, let me know as well, and see how we can enroll you, then different ways to enroll you, so you can start your learning and grow. Right. So today we have about half hour left. I wanted to talk about the journey, right? I'm not sure if I need to turn on the light right now. I probably do. Let me do that. I have a light with the camera, but I think that should be much better. It probably was too dark the whole time. Oh no. I want to talk about the journey of personal transformation, right? And the different stages that I mentioned earlier that they are, which they are to be stuck, to getting unstuck, and being unstuck. And I want to talk about them because I think they're the most important thing to do, to start with, when you're on your journey, is to really realize, well, where are you on this scale, on this thing. To find yourself, and then do whatever is needed within that stage to get you to the next stage, right? If you're stuck and you're trying to be really a realizing woman, fulfilling your dreams, it's a bit of too big of a leap. You may want to step on a stepping stone, on a milestone, that gets you to the big one. So hence, it's good to know where you're at, because once you know where you're at, you know how to deal with that situation. So the first one is, and I know them by heart, but I like to peek right now, is being stuck, right? What does it mean to be stuck? Well, to be stuck really means nothing is happening for you right now. You are hopeless, you are lost, you probably think you did a lot of things and nothing is working for you. And you're really insecure, you're really in the dark. Remember when I said I give hope, I give direction and clarity? This will speak to a lot of people that are stuck because they just don't know where to start, what to do. They have no idea what is happening to them. It's really bad, especially for women after a toxic relationship, because for the first time, all the focus is on themselves, and they just have such low self-esteem and so many insecurities that it just seems the impossible task to do anything. And day by day, week by week, month by month, and sadly, years by years go by. And I get that a lot. I speak to a lot of women, go by without these women realizing, actually, they probably know that they're stuck, but without realizing what is getting them stuck. What's keeping them stuck. what they need to do, what would help them to get to the next stage, to getting unstuck. So the first blockage these women have is it's a complete loss of power, right? And that's, I remember those days, and that's just sad. That's just, it hurts so much. Just thinking about it, what I went through, this powerlessness, this hopelessness, this really giving up on oneself. And that's where it's so sad, you know. And all these women need to do is really realizing where they are. And I found that what helped me, my number one solution, the day I found that one out, was understanding the grieving process. There's 5 stages to grieving, and if you understand where you are on the grieving process, that was the one that just got me unstuck immediately, because I was like, hell, that is me. I've been in that stage for way too long. And now I know what I need to do to get to the next stage. And the 5 stages are: number one is denial. You deny whatever is happening to you. Number two is anger. You're really angry about what happened to you. Number three is bargaining. You're trying to fix it with, no matter what and at what cost. Not happening though, because, you're bargaining with something that's already lost. The next stage is depression. That's the one where I found myself when I got to discover the 5 stages of grieving. I was in depression. I had past denial. I had past anger, not so much bargaining. I didn't find much there. And you can get through these stages, in any order. You may go back again, if things happen again. It's not a linear process. It's just to give you an idea where you could be stuck. And the last one is acceptance, right? Acceptance. Let me take a sip on acceptance. Because acceptance is where you can let go of whatever happened, right? That's when you have closure. And even if you don't have closure, which I get a lot of people, again, coming from toxic relationships, don't have closure, they won't give that to you. But you can have closure of the unclosure by knowing that all you need to do is accept that you won't have closure, accept where you are in life. If you can accept what happened to you, you are able to close that chapter, and you are able to move yourself forward. Then you can ask yourself what you want, which will be in the next stage, right? Accepting means letting go. If you're stuck, that's because you're holding onto something. You're holding onto your depression because you feel, sad about it. You're holding on to your anger because you're still angry about whatever happened to you. If you're still in denial, you're holding on to a life that you had dreamt of, but that didn't happen. So you're denying real life without knowing that actually whatever happens to you happens for a reason, and everything is as it should be. And if you're able to let go this new life, that actually the one that's meant for you to be, you're starting to receive that. Right. Acceptance. I have a video out on the 5 grieving stages. The stages of the grieving process. Go have a look, because I talk more in detail. It's actually there's a PowerPoint presentation with that, with some examples, because it's really deep, right? I have a question here. Remember I announced this live chat today, and I asked people that can join me to email me, and I got quite a few responses, which was quite nice. People not able to join today, but still wanting to participate, which I think that's absolutely brilliant, making themselves visible, and I'm sure they will go through the replay. So this first question, Sue from Chicago, Illinois, that's you, right? You emailed me this message. yesterday. You messaged, not email, you sent it through Facebook, a Facebook message. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for putting yourself out there. Here you go. You wrote to me, "Hi, Bia. I am stuck and I hate to feel this way. I'm a mother and I'm a single mother and I just don't know how to move on. I just left my partner in a 10-year toxic relationship." Really, really brave of you. I think you are in such a good place. I know it doesn't feel like that right now, but the worst has already happened, and especially if you have a child. You didn't say how old your little one is. Let me just a single mom. So well done, you. Whatever happens now will be much better. And I know it feels difficult, and it is difficult, but the worst you have done already. So you're heartbroken. You say, I'm heartbroken, I'm financially broken, and I feel I'm failing as a mother. No, don't do that. Don't do that one. Because what you're doing is doing the bravest thing ever. It's the best thing you can ever do for a child, is showing them to take care of yourself and to love yourself and to not give up and to fight for yourself. So you are a love warrior, right? You are showing your child what it means to not give up, to stand up 6 times after falling 5 times. It's the best lesson. It's the best gift you can give to a child, is being who you are right now, right? It was really bad being in the toxic relationship and not leaving, because what were you teaching your child then? You need to put it into perspective, and that's one thing we need to do in any of the stages. Put things into perspective. I know it doesn't feel right, and that's normal because you're heartbroken and you're financially broken. But don't mix things up. What you're doing is the bravest thing ever, and your child will thank you forever, and you will thank yourself forever, because you have set yourself and your child free, and you've given both of you an opportunity in life, right? So to your question, what should I do next? Where do I go from here? Well, my advice would be to write down what you want. You say you are heartbroken, you're financially broken. Those are things in life that you have and you don't want. So what you want to start doing now is a list of things that you want and don't have, right? You want to start talking about things that motivate you, things that you can work towards to. If you say to yourself, or if you think all day long, I'm heartbroken, I'm financially broken, I'm not a good mom. What does it mean? What do you actually want? You don't want to be heartbroken. So what do you want? Do you want to be happy? That's not very specific, though. Do you want a healed heart? That's actually one of mine. I wanted a healed heart after I was heartbroken. Then I was able to start asking myself, well, what does a healed heart actually mean? What do I have to do to get a healed heart? And that just meant for me to embark my journey of self-development, right? I'm failing as a mother, so I'm a bad mom. So what do you want to be? You want to be a good mom, right? You want to be a successful mom. What does that mean to you? What is a successful mom for you? And then be that. And I'm sure with what I just said about being the mom, such an inspiration to your child, I'm sure you can turn that one right away into something positive, right? So the tip I have for you is write down what you want. Don't spend any more time on depression, on thinking who you're not or what you don't want. Start right away thinking about what you want in life, right? Move away from the negative thoughts. Think about the future. What is it that you want? Be pragmatic about this, right? Remember, I empower women, and that's why, be pragmatic about it. It's come to the acceptance stage. Accept that you had been in a negative relationship. Accept that you have gotten yourself out of it, and accept that you are now responsible for your own life, and you have all the time and attention to put on yourself, and not anymore not on all that energy you can put on yourself. And write down what you want. And the number one tip in that stage, when you're stuck, is a journal. Write in a journal. Write as much as you can. Write down whatever comes to your mind. And if you don't know what to write down, I don't know what to write. But Bia said in that webinar, I need to write down. Just start writing. The rest will come by itself, right? Get yourself unstuck by writing down in a journal on a piece of paper what you want in your life. Start making your dreams come true, and the way you make them come true is getting them out of your head and get them out on paper, right? And then the next action from that is thinking about what can you do, what are the stepping stones to get them going, your dreams, to get what you want. And for that, you can definitely contact me, and I'll be more than happy to help you on the next stage. So I hope, Sue, that helped you. And thank you so much again for reaching out. I really appreciate you reaching out, and I really admire you for where you are in your life right now. I think you are such an inspiration. Don't forget that. You can share now so much with what you just went through. You can share it with your child and so many other women. So you're not only doing this for yourself, but you're doing this because you are a light to other people as well, to other women. Right. Well, we don't have that much time left. So let me go to the next stage, right? Getting unstuck. The number one blockage is that you have made a decision to want to move forward, and you have made some movements. You have put some actions into place, but you're not moving fast enough, or you're not moving far enough. And my experience, why that is, in getting unstuck, is you're not 100% committed to what you're doing. You're not really doing 100% what you said you want in life. Change, transformation doesn't come by itself. You need to work for this one, right? You need to be really asking yourself how hungry you are in finding yourself, in getting through this transformation, and to really heal and really discover who you are. This is some deep, 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 deep work you have to do. And doing it half-ass way is just not going to work for you. So I find the number one blockage when you are in this stage is people are doing it halfway. I get this all the time. I ask them, what do they want? They tell me what they want. And I asked them, well, how are you getting there? Remember, this is the next stage, so we can have this conversation. They tell me, well, I'm not sure yet. You cannot not be sure about what you need to do to move yourself forward, to get unstuck, right? You need to have a plan together. You need to have clarity and action, right? You need to know, you need to start working out a plan of action, really setting your goals. So in the stuck stage, we start dreaming about what we want. We talk about, or we think about, well, this is what I don't want, and now I'm transforming it into what I want. That's all you really do in that stage, when you're stuck, is to really accept your responsibility of moving yourself towards positive thinking, right? To really claiming what you want. In the getting unstuck stage, you really want to start making a plan and set your goals, and set yourself SMART goals. Again, I have a video on SMART goals as well, because you really need to know how to do that. Just talking randomly, or just having big untangible goals. I want to become more confident. I know you do, but that's not really something that will help you to get unstuck, to move yourself forward. What does it mean to be more confident? I want to be more confident. Well, that would be example time. Actually, let me get Let me get the question here because yeah, that was actually talking about confidence. So here we go. Debbie from London in the UK. She wrote to me. I've been working on my self confidence. Well, there you go. For almost a year now. I thought I was doing okay, but now every time I want to be confident, all the self doubt keeps kicking in. I feel like I'm in a circle and I don't know how to unstuck myself from here. Right. So, Debbie, what does confidence mean to you? You know, where I've been working myself for almost a year. Every time I want to be confident. So, what's the example? You know, in a conversation, that's what I would ask you right now. Well, where do you feel you're not confident? Give me an example. You know, I'm not confident at work, in a meeting at work. I don't speak up. I don't say what I want to have to say, and then somebody else says it, and then that makes me feel even more crap. You know, describe what being confident means to you. You know, how does it feel like? Be very, very specific. How does it feel like? What do you see? You know, imagine yourself being that confident woman. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you smell? What do you hear? Close your eyes and connect to that future you. You know, that one that is confident, and see what's the gap between now and that woman. And that's all you need to do is figure out that gap, write it down, and then you know, drum up a goal around how to get, you know, how to overcome that gap, what you need to do to minimize that gap. It's really that, really get clarity on what you want. Be really specific on what you want. What does it mean to be confident? What does it mean, you know, to write a book? What does it mean to change jobs? What does it mean to find out what your passion is? You know, imagine what it would be like, and then write down what is currently missing in the present, and then write out an action plan, and then most importantly, do the actions. You know, without action, there's nothing will happen, right? You will keep in that stage, and that goes for all stages. If you don't take action in your lives, you will get stuck. You will remain in the getting unstuck stage, and also you will not getting further away once you are unstuck. So, Sue, I hope, sorry, that's Debbie. Debbie, I hope that helped you. If you want to talk more about your goal and confidence and gaining confidence, I'm more than happy to chat with you. But first, do the exercise I just mentioned to you. Right? Share with me what it would look like to be a confident Debbie, and share with me what the gap is, and then share with me what you can do to minimize that gap. And then I can check in with you and see. Well, you know, I can bring more empowerment. You know, I can bring more positive energy to the game, or more clarities, things, you know, that I notice maybe that you are not as clear as you could be. Right. And then the last one is, you know, you are already unstuck, right? You have moved yourself forward. You have grown a lot. You have come to stages where you would have never thought you would get to. But then there comes a stage where you just feel like, I'm still not fully me. And when you get to that stage, you know, that's the feeling that drove you throughout the journey. You know, that's the one that got you going in the first place, because you knew there's something else, there's more out there. But when you get to that stage, and you think, well, now what? You know, you feel you're still holding back. You know there's more. And that's me probably a year ago, before I started to really become visible. You know, all I did was one-to-one coaching in a very safe space. You know, didn't want to do this group thing because I felt, you know, people will judge me and they will think, you know, badly of me and all that. But yet I had this feeling inside me, this yearning, this wanting, just wanting to share more, you know, wanting to share myself and really serve the community, the women I want to serve. And it wasn't until I really had to do some deep work that I hadn't done before. There were a few limiting beliefs that I had touched on, and they had gotten me to the stage I was in now. But there were some unresolved things that that needed to be addressed. So and a lot of what we do is, when we are not truly being ourselves, we do it because of the fear, what other people will think of you, or shame, what if I fail, or isolation. We do it because we feel alone. We feel other people don't care, or we may even need other people in this part of our journey. And the thing we need to do in that is really connect with yourself and really find the truth about that blockage, right? That is some really deep work you need to do, and you do that by connecting with yourself, and really listen to what you're feeling and what it is that you need. What are you currently thinking about yourself? Acknowledge that feeling. If you think, I feel like I'm not good enough, then acknowledge that part of you and say, I can see that you don't feel good enough. That's a feeling that you have. We cannot just remove and our feelings. I think that's where a lot of things go wrong, when we just want to remove them. The thing we need to do is listen to ourselves, acknowledge ourselves, and then replace those feelings with something that serves us better, right? And find the truth about those feelings. Why do you feel you're not good enough? What's the actual truth? Why would you think you're not good enough? What is actually true about yourself? The thing that you keep telling yourself, that you're not good enough, for example, it's a story that you made up. Replace that story, correct that story with the truth about yourself. I'm a bit conscious about time, so um, I'm going into the question here that Amanda, also from England, wrote, and that I thought that fitted this part of the journey. Um, of being unstuck. I know what I want and I'm working on it, but it feels like I'm a lot doing it as well. Oh God, what did I write down? It feels like I'm not doing it as well as I wish I could. I wanted to start an online business, and on good days I'm making good progress, but on bad days I just procrastinate. I don't know how to stop that. What should I do? Well, I don't think you should do anything. What do you want to do, right? And I hope the answer would be, well, I want to resolve that. Why am I procrastinating? And just by looking at it and what I just mentioned, if you want to start a business, that's really putting yourself out there, right? That's going against mainstream. Most people work in a job. They don't, although we hear a lot about entrepreneurs and startups and all of that, but most people go the safe road. That's having a job, working for somebody else. So starting an online business, that's putting yourself out there, and that's putting yourself out there to fail as well. And that creates a lot of fear. And that's what I just said, right? Fear of failure or shame. What will other people say if I failed? What will you say about yourself if you fail? What impact will that have on you? And lack. Procrastination is a lack of self-belief, and self-trust, and believing that you can do this, that everything will be fine. If you were to think, that if you were already living it as it was true, if you already were running your business as you envision it to be, then you wouldn't procrastinate. You procrastinate probably because the self-doubts start in, right? The fears come in, and the lack of self-trust comes in, and the isolation. You probably feel alone. You feel, you don't have the right support, and the self, and that's when the self-talk kicks in. And And it feels it's safer, to stop, to not continue. And that's what procrastination is. Procrastination is just a cover up for a limiting belief. And what I suggest to you is do what I just saying, what I said before, is connect to yourself, find that limiting belief. It's probably somewhere between fear and the lack of self-trust, and if and self-esteem, low self-esteem. And if that's the one, then and keep working on it. What do you need? What do you need to have more self-esteem? Connect to your future you. How do you envision yourself running that business? Who is that woman that runs that online business? What does she do? What does she say? What does she smell like? What does she feel? What do other people say to her? And then again, compare it with your current you. What's the gap? What's the gap between you now, your present, and that future you? And then work on that gap. What do you need to do to have more self-confidence? What do you need to let go of? I know this one actually quite well, because I was not really being myself, and not as self-confident, because I feared of what other people would say. And I came to the what other people would say, and that need of being perfect. And then one day, after doing some research and really working with that feeling, it came to me. It became very clear. Why am I out of focus? It became very clear. Stop it. Perfection doesn't exist, right? I was trying to be somebody that never could be. I all I wanted to do from then onwards, was to be perfectly imperfect. And that allowed me to just be. I no longer had to be somebody I didn't want to be. I couldn't reach. There was just no limit to this perfection, to be that perfect person, because she didn't exist. So I was chasing somebody that was never going to exist. And I connected to my future me, and she actually told me, you're absolutely fine. You have such wonderful traits, and your imperfections are what makes you different, what makes you special. And I had to build that trust. I had to see, that I had to see the truth. I had to seek the real truth about perfection. I realized, she was absolutely right. Who was I chasing? Who was I trying to be, when the way I am is just absolutely perfect? And somebody that doesn't like me the way I am, that's okay. There's no harm in that. There's for one person there will be 10 others that do like you. So if those limiting beliefs are holding you back, then you really need to do some deep work, and that's connecting to your real truth, and become the self-expressed woman. Become who you are, with everything that makes you. Amanda, I don't know if that answers your question, but just know your procrastination is a cover-up for something much deeper, right? My out of focus image is making me nervous. I'm wondering, why is that? I want to fix this. I know it's not, the end of the world. It's not the most important thing either. But I also think, it's not what I wanted to be. I don't want to be, blurry right now. Why can't I fix this? I probably can't fix it because it's meant to be. Everything is as it should be. It's probably because it's no longer about me, and because it's all about you. We've come to the end. I ran slightly over, which I don't think is so bad. I hope this was really valuable to you. I hope you can feel the energy that I feel. I hope you can see some clarity and see things through my eyes. I hope you can find hope in wherever you are on your journey. And I hope you feel more empowered than you were before. The biggest mistake we really make is doing things on our own, be by ourselves. seek help, mingle with other people that think like you and that support you. Stay away from people that don't support you. And I hope I was able to give you some direction, on your journey. And of course, you know how to contact me by now, the School of Personal Transformation. Join the Facebook group. I'll put all the links in below, which I hope I can add now to the description. Join the Facebook group if you are a woman somewhere on your journey of self-healing and self-discovery. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to help you on your journey. Remember, I care about you, and if that means anything to you, then it's all worth it that I'm here, blurry and now going on over time. So I will finish this live chat now. I'll be back probably once a month. I think is a good thing to do this sort of thing. I hope to grow the community. I really hope to have conversation in the future. So do let me know if what you thought of this video. Do comment and subscribe to the channel. So next time I'm live, you know it. And other than that, I wish you a wonderful week ahead. A weekend is coming. I wish time for yourself to really think about what you want in life and to really find the connection to yourself and the belief that anything you want in life is possible for you. And if I can do this, and if I'm standing here in front of you right now, in front of this camera live, you don't know me from before. I do. I know who I used to be, and I'm more than happy to talk about that more. But if I can do this, you can do this too, right? So, wherever you are on your journey, make sure you move forward with the help I gave you in today's live chat. And that's it. I'll see you next week. Next Thursday, I'll be online as well, probably with a recorded session. So, but hey ho, it's Thursday Learnings. A big, big, big hug and a kiss from me to you. Bye.